police เหรอ
police เหรอ
ตำรวจเหรอ
ใช่ yes อุ้ยขอกอดหน่อย
Hey folks, and welcome back to Pattaya. It is a busy day in Pattaya today. That's right, a very busy day. We're cruising around Lake Maprakan right now, but we've got to go out for food. We've got friends, both new and old, and a festival, a pretty epic festival to go to. If you're observant, you'll probably recognize that I'm not on my bike right now. I'm on a different bike. So we'll look at that and see what's going on with that as well. So lots and lots to get to today, but I guess strap in. We'll start down at the beach because that's where we're going to end. So let's go down there and I'll tell you all about what's doing. It's Friday morning. Not even lunchtime yet. They're setting up for a shindig. It'll be a big weekend, big holiday weekend, like a 4-day weekend or something. There'll be like tons of people here. All up and down the beach music festival. So we'll take a quick look, see what it's going to be. But I think at night, it's going to be off the chain. So yeah, about a month ago, I had a video that I did in Bang Sen while I was still living there. And this same music festival, you can see that statue over there, a guy with the guitar, and all the same props and scenery stuff were in Bang Sen about a month ago. So this must be like a traveling kind of circuit thing, and they just go from town to town. And in this weekend, it's in Pattaya. They're all setting it up, but all this stuff, even some of the faces were familiar, and the way they have the chairs, everything. So it looks pretty tame right now, but at night, I think they'll really get their groove on. This little guitar display was in Bang Sen, if you remember from that video. But anyway, let's see what else is doing down here while we're here. I guess while I'm over here, there's a brand new Witherspoons over here on Klang, corner at Klang and Beach Road. I'll go over there and rustle up some grub, get something to eat. Kind of fitting. A lot of it's right across the street from the Hard Rock, right there. Jomtien too, they got a bunch of stages. I bet you the hotel capacity is going to be way up this weekend, way up. And that's the important thing. Any touristy kind of town, Pattaya is no different than anywhere else. Many beachside towns all over the world. The number one industry is the hospitality industry, the hotels. They're number one. Yeah, people go to restaurants and entertainment venues, but the number one is hotels. So there's I've heard some people say, oh, well, it's domestic tourists, they don't spend money like the international tourists. It's just not true. Not true at all. When they come into town, they spend money. Not the least of which is on hotels. So yeah, I've heard this place mentioned in conversation, and since I'm down here and since it is lunchtime, go and see what's doing and get something to eat. I'm kind of hungry. Looks like a pizza oven over there, but this little patio area right out front, right up Pattaya Klang and Beach Road, what prime real estate. How nice would it be to sit out there and watch the world go by for breakfast or something? So we'll take a look at the menu, and speaking of breakfast, I had that about 6 hours ago, so I'm not really interested in breakfast right now. Maybe that cheesesteak sandwich there. That's calling my name. But they got other stuff, Thai food as well. So while we wait for this sandwich to come, let's head out to the dark side, and I'll tell you why I'm on a strange bike today. So what can I say? She's a big girl. 1100cc automatic, 6-speed automatic. So no clutch. You just got your front brake. You got your front brake where it is on a scooter, basically, right by the throttle on your right hand. Left hand, you have nothing. There's a parking brake there. And of course your back brake's where it normally would be. But a little bit funny, a little bit strange not having that clutch. I've found myself reaching for the clutch a couple times. It loves to putt around at low RPM. It's a low RPM machine. It's got plenty of grunt. And it's weird because you can feel it shift. And it's like, hey, I wasn't ready to shift yet. Who's that shifting? It's the bike. It does it automatically. So brilliant ride. I've been around the lake and through the dark side. It's for touring. It's what it is. It's not a city bike or anything, but it's very well behaved. The seat height is lower than on my 650 touring bike. I can easily flat foot this with lots of knee bend. So if you want a big bike and you're a little on the shorter side, or at least if you have shorter legs, this one probably would fit you. Cool LED headlights. Really cool bike. The owner is a subscriber and messaged me and said, hey, I got this really cool new African twin if you want to take it for a ride. And what I was more interested in than anything was the automatic transmission, because I don't think I've ever driven a big bike that was automatic. So that's kind of neat. You get used to it quick. It's a little bit funny at first, but you get used to it quick. But very well behaved. It's a big heavy bike, but it doesn't feel heavy. In fact, I think it whips around in tight conditions at least as good, if not better, than my Versas. So that 21-inch front tire, great cornering, really nice. I didn't want to get off. It's very comfortable, and that's the standard seat. I thought that was maybe some kind of aftermarket seat, but it's not. Very nice. Very nice. So I'm gonna ride it around the lake and then take it back, and it's really nice of the gentleman who owns this to let me take it for a ride. And I left my new bike there. I said, hey, you can ride that if you want, but I don't think he's up for it. Who would want to get off this and back on that? That's like a little tiny miniature version of this, but it's for around town. This is a touring beast. I think these are about, I'll get the exact price and put it on the screen, but they're over 500,000 baht. The automatic is more than the manual. There's a manual version. I believe that's cheaper. That's how it was in years prior. So, but great power, very smooth, and very enjoyable. So if you're thinking about it, you have my recommendation for what that's worth. All right. So yeah, what a lovely little morning ride this was. It was a treat. But on my way back into town, I decided to make a stop off because I heard a rumor that there was a new, like a new little grocery store that opened up right in central Pattaya. So we're here on Soi Bangkok 8, right here by the CCR condominium. So let's go in and see what they got. So yeah, the rumor's true. New store here. Nadia's Expat Essentials. I go in and see if they got anything good. Maybe got something here that I can't get elsewhere. I don't know. I don't know what kind of expat. Some stuff maybe comes from England. Maybe they got stuff from the US. I don't know. We'll see. So yeah, I went in and took a look around. The first thing that kind of struck me is they got a lot of frozen items. Lots of like chest freezers, and it looks like they're selling Prime Foods. Prime Foods is a very common brand, well-known brand with a good reputation for all kinds of meats and frozen products. So they've got all that stuff, and it's right here in central Pattaya. We're only about 2 blocks off of 3rd Road. So a lot of the places that sell that are kind of way out on the dark side, kind of where we were just out riding the bike around the lake out that way. But having one in central Pattaya, I guess can't hurt. I mean, I've got a great big grocery store a minute away that probably has most of this stuff. I'm not sure about all of that frozen Prime food. Look at this cachet of instant gravy. I don't know that I've ever seen a store have that much instant gravy before. Good selection of hot sauces there as well. All kind of sauces for that matter, but the hot sauce is one that caught my eye. But yeah, I bought a couple things. I got a nice slab of ham, a pack with ham. These look good, these Cadbury chocolate, kind of frozen chocolate bars, I guess. But that's the ham I got there on the left. Perfect amount for a ham sandwich. And I tell you what, one of the best ham sandwiches I've had in a while. But speaking of sandwiches, I think our sandwich is coming back at the new Witherspoons here. So there it is. It was supposed to come with French fries, and I inquired. I said, "Hey, you didn't forget the fries?" And she didn't forget them. They just did. I don't know. They're new, and they're still coming out. They're still working. But she was very apologetic. But no problem. I'm hungry. I'm just going to go ahead and dig on into the main course here, the sandwich. But look at that. Let's take a look at it. Lots of peppers on there, and bell peppers you don't see everywhere. They're kind of rare. I'm glad they stepped up and put all those bell peppers on there. That's a treat. But yeah, it was good. Look at that, and it was a lot. Big, thick, hearty sandwich. I like that. And you see, later my fries came. There they are. That's the whole thing. So So after the sandwich, I had a quick relax, and then we got ready to go out for the night. So let's see if we can cram an entire evening into about, I don't know, 3 or 4 minutes here.
It's pretty busy, just like we thought. We were here earlier when they were setting up. It's busy. We're waiting for somebody you might remember. So that's why we're hanging out. Then we'll go look around. To get in. I don't even know what we're in line for.
So yeah, there's very limited seating here. For you to come in, a seat has to empty, then they'll wave you in. So knowing that, we gave somebody else a chance and only stayed about a half hour. But I think across the way, they've got a great big street food festival going on, so let's go over there. So there you go, a busy, busy day in Pattaya, a busy night too, and probably the entire weekend. The music festival, we had a good time at the music festival, and there was lots and lots of people there, but I guess more than, having a good time, I'm kind of glad they have these things, and it really is a shot in the arm for the local economy, like I alluded to earlier. There's a hotel right across the way from me. It's hardly a light on. Any day of the week, there's hardly a light on. I would say 70% of the lights were illuminated when we strolled out for the evening. We looked up and said, wow, look at all those lights on in the hotel. So it really does matter and makes a difference, and plus brings a good time for all to enjoy. So we had a nice evening down there at the beach and the street food and the whole 9 yards. So I'm going to go ahead and leave this one off here, and as usual, thank you for watching, and until next time, bye for now.